Hey everybody, it's Danny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with Whimsy stamps and I have one of the new images from the May release. This image is called In the Doghouse and it is completely adorable. So I've got the image printed out onto some Express-It blending card and I'm using Copic markers to colour him up. I will have all of the markers listed on my blog, so if you're wanting to use similar colors or check out what I have used, you can do that over on my blog, which I will have a link to below this video along with links to the image. And I hope you will have fun watching me color this little guy up. I did actually make a second card as well, so next week you'll see that card go live. I didn't do a coloring video on that one, so you guys, if you're coming from that video, the only things that are different is I've just colored the flowers in different placements. Everywhere else is pretty much exactly the same. So I'm just working my way through coloring in one section at a time. This is the way I prefer to do it. So just working our way through. I've used some of the W markers and some E markers to create the look of that bone. I didn't want it to be white, but I didn't want it to be grey, so these W markers were perfect. They've got that browny grey tone to them, and once you blend them out, it looks really cool. So I'm colouring my little puppy dog up using some brown markers. I'm using E11, 13, 17 and 18. And I think he is gorgeous and I just want to hug him and cuddle him and feel all that fluffiness of him. He is a completely adorable little puppy. So we're just working our way through, almost finished colouring in the dog, and then we'll start working on the doghouse. For the doghouse, I didn't want to do a metal doghouse. I thought it would be really cool to create a wooden doghouse. So I'm going to go in and create all of those wooden pieces on the doghouse. So it did take a little bit of playing around, and it was about this stage when I decided that that's what I wanted to do. So you can see me mapping those out shortly, and then I will start blending them in. So first I'm just going in with that same color brown marker, and then I'm going to start working darkest to lightest once I worked out exactly the placement, just so I was able to blend them out if I needed to. Adding in all the dark tones and then blending everything out. I really love the way that this turned out. Sometimes it's just the extra details that you add that finish a card off. So blending all that in together. And giving him a nice dark brown roof. It was a lot darker when I started, but by the time you start blending all those colors together, it lightens down a little bit. So we need to do the little insert around him. So obviously that is inside the doghouse, so I did make it a little bit darker. And then finally doing the darkest area, which is the right at the back of the doghouse. Okay, so here he is all coloured up. Now we'll move on to putting the card together. So I am using some papers that I've had in my stash for a very, very long time. These patterned papers, I have no idea where they're from, but I knew that I had them and I went on the hunt for them. So they were absolutely perfect and can't wait to finish these cards off and share them with you guys. So I'm matting them using some American Crafts cardstock and some Frenchyville Craft cardstock. I will have those linked up below the video and on my blog. So I've just cut all those layers down and I'm just trying to work out now what I'm going to do. I realized that I'd cut that piece for the inside a little bit too small by the time I needed to add my white in, so I cut a strip down instead. I'm adhering everything just using some Helmer acid-free adhesive. This is my go-to for liquid glues. The sentiment I'm using is from Tailored Expressions and it is from the Simple Strips and it says welcome to the neighborhood. I thought that was really fitting for this card and really cute, so decorating the inside and the front of the card, and then we're adhering to a Kucha Creations card base. So this is my card complete. So I thank you all for watching and I hope to see you all soon. Don't forget to stop by next week and check out the second card. Thanks for watching. Bye.